All right, man. Hopefully we got sound on this video. Last week it wasn't sound on the Bengals video. I don't know what's going on, but seemed like everything going okay right now. Detroit Lions Sunday Night Football versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe it's Week 6. Um, the Lions have the Chiefs, the Bucks, then a bye, then the Vikings, then the Commanders, then the Philadelphia Eagles. So they got some. They go the next 6 games. 4 games after this are treacherous. All right. Because you got a division game versus the Vikings. It's always treacherous teams that know you. Washington just beat the Chargers with Darian Daniels coming back. You got the Eagles. They still really a good physical football team. They got the Bucks, really good football team. Baker on fire right now. Maybe the MVP. I ain't mad at. I'm a Baker fan. Ever since he planted that flag on the O on Ohio State. But this week you got the Kansas City Chiefs, which I did a video. Y'all should see that one first. And let me know if y'all prefer the prediction videos in the morning or in the evening. But the Lions are as much as a 2.5 point underdog or a 1.5 underdog, depending on what sports book you book on. So right here, they're 2.5 underdog. Every time you see that plus, it means underdog. Minuses mean the favorite. So hopefully y'all understand that. Every week I break down the basics to betting. So the over opened at, these are the opening odds. I mean, right now it don't really fucking matter, right? Odds open like before the season. Right now the over and under is 52.5. So they're betting that I think it confuses me, but I think they're saying that they're gonna be under 52.5 points, I believe. Hold on, $15. So I think, I don't know, it confused me, but it costs you $115 to make 100 if you bet the under, $105 to make 100 if you bet the over. Money line is the Lions, the underdog, plus 120. If you bet 100, you win 120. It's in Kansas City, so the rule of thumb is they start off as a -3, so they really favoring Kansas City heavy in this game. The money line is -140 for Kansas City. You got to bet 140 to win 100. The Lions have a 45% chance to win this game versus a 55.2% chance on the ESPN matchup indicator. That is according to ESPN analytics. Right now, Patrick Mahomes, 116 completions, 8 touchdowns, two INTs, 1,257 yards. Jared Goff, 109 on 145 attempts. So Mahomes has got almost 38. He has 38 more attempts than Goff. Goff has 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Gibbs, leading rusher, 325. Mahomes 190 right now. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 407 yards on 35 catches, 6 touchdowns. Tyquan, I think Thornton came in late, was with the Patriots, never really caught on, but he's 272 yards, 13 receptions, 3 TDs, so he's really catching on. Aiden Hudson with 5 sacks. Carlitos out of Purdue, 3.5 sacks. Jack Campbell, 48 points. Nick Bolton, 38 tackles. Nick Bolton, 46 tackles. And these two are my favorite linebackers. Nick Bolton is a problem, just like Jack. They are the best at their positions. Two best linebackers right now playing. Right now, Tyrion's out. Shinoy Vecchi's out with a groin. Taylor Decker's questionable with a shoulder. Zach Cunningham, hamstring. Khalil Dorsey, doubtful with the concussions. Right now for them, Omar Norman Lott, shoulder, questionable. Christian Fulton, corner, questionable ankle. Rashid Rice, he's suspended. Nazeed Johnson, IR shoulder. Brandon George. So one thing when you play Kansas City that you're going to get a lot of, you're going to get a blitzes from their defense. The whole talk of the town, because I didn't watch the whole game versus Jacksonville, man, I got my black ass in the bed. But the whole talk of the town with these guys is this effort. You had Chris Jones, who got his money last time we played them. He was sitting out because he wanted a new contract. He shortly after got his money, and it just turned into a thing where now apparently he got his money and he been having a horrible season. He lost containment on the edge, which he's really interior lineman, but he can do it all, similar to Aaron Donald. He lost containment on the edge in the Charger game and allowed, I think, Justin Herbert to he allowed Justin Herbert to slide out the back door and ice the game with his feet. Then I seen some highlights and people talking about him versus um versus Jacksonville, where he's standing there scratching his nuts. No bullshit. Yeah, he's standing there not giving the effort, and a lot of the Kansas City fans are starting to turn on him for not giving the effort. So right now, I think you're going to get a motivated Chris Jones, still one of the best defensive players in the league. Y'all know I feel that Jalen, uh, what's the dude, Carter from Philly is the best defensive player in the league. And I know people say I'm not sure. I don't really get into that. Oh, he gets sacks and this guy. And I don't give a fuck about sacks. Sacks don't they matter, but it don't tell the whole story. Everybody want to measure people by statistics. What Carter do for that Eagles defense is just like it's second to none in my humble opinion. But nonetheless, we can keep going. So right now, their defense is like, okay, they're not giving the effort. But what I will say, they got some guys that fly around that defense that I got a lot of respect for. They got guys that's filling the holes and pursuing. They got safeties come down. Their corners are really good. So yeah, I think it's a phenomenal football team still. And I think with them, I think most people feel like Sunday night they're at home. There's no way the Chiefs gonna go to 2-4. The Lions secondary beat up. I think that's the narrative right now, is that the Lions secondary beat up, and that Kansas City should be favored. You know, on the other hand, the Lions are riding high. Um, you know, going back to Kansas City, already run there before. It's a hostile place to play on a Sunday night. It's a short week for Kansas City, so the Lions kind of get a little extra rest over them. But they the road team, they got to travel anyway, so they kind of make it even Stevens. Okay, so the thing about this game is this: can the Lions back end hold up? And the thing about this particular, what you gonna miss about DJ Reed and Terry Arnold, they everything corners. They can hang Jermaine with the fast corners. They can get physical. The fast receivers. They can get physical with the slow with the bigger receivers. So that's the thing about this particular game, is that you are in a bind where you're gonna be dealing with these fast receivers. And one thing about it, Avonte Maddox, Roxanne, they gonna tackle. Meek Roberts, they gonna tackle. So they got to come up with a game plan. Either we gonna be physical, or we got to just wrap up. We got to wrap them up. We got to make sure we tackle them. We got to make sure we reroute them. Maybe we got to send a message early in the game and lay a hit down on one of them. But for the most part, that's the game. They got to be either they be physical with them, or they gotta just try to get to the quarterback. So that's the $1 million question. So you can't allow Mahomes to get all this time and find these receivers, scramble and find these receivers. That's a big no-no. That's a huge no-no. You can not allow him to get out there and scramble and find this receiver and find that receiver. When y'all get them, y'all got to be similar to what you did to Lamar Jackson. It has to be similar to what happened with Lamar Jackson. You have to get this guy down. Because you let them receivers run around and find holes in the defense, it's a wrap. So their number one thing is don't let them run the ball, stop the run. And y'all have to have a plan for Mahomes' legs. Y'all have to, whatever y'all did versus Lamar Jackson, it got to be similar. And when these receivers catch the ball, y'all got to be physical with them. Y'all got to hit them. Because these receivers, he break contain, and he by the time the receivers going to the house if they catch the football. They going to the crib. So that's the thing about it. The Lions, if I'm them, the Lions, what Steve Spagnuolo is going to do is what Cincinnati did. He's going to emphasize stopping the run, right? They're going to emphasize Kansas City stopping the run. That's what they want to do, okay? They're going to stop that run. They're going to stop the run. and they're going to blitz, and they're going to make Jared Goff beat them with their arm, you know, inside Arrowhead Stadium, whatever it's called. That's going to be the game plan. They're going to stack the box, and they're going to force Jared Goff to beat them with their arm and force them to pick up their blitz packages. So what the Lions are going to do, screens. Sometimes if you run through the blitz, you run at the blitz, you get big blank, you get big gains. So they're going to put a hat on the hat. They're going to show that they can run the football. But what you're seeing now is, I think from John Morton, the biggest adjustment that I really seen him make is there's a reason why we used to complain about Ben Johnson throwing so much on first down. That was a huge thing. But I think what he done is he took that from Ben Johnson. We're going to throw on the early downs. And what you're going to see is Kansas City stack the box on the early downs. They're going to try to stop the run, and they're going to force Jared Goff to beat them with their arm. So there's going to be opportunities to pick those blitzes up and get big plays, whether it's in a screen game, whether it's down the field. So for the Lions, it's going to really benefit them. Jameson Williams coming live, using Tesla down the field in these one-on-one matchups. So, and defensively, I already laid that plan out. But for Kansas City, if they don't mount a run game and Patrick Mahomes got to run the football, you know, you might win this game. Okay, you might win this game, but eventually Patrick Mahomes is going to get put on a stretcher. He can't be a leading rusher. Lions one of the best, you know, at stopping a run this season. Kansas City did a great job stopping the Jacksonville run game last week. So that didn't surprise me. You know, they still an up and coming team, and Trevor Lawrence beat them with his legs. Trevor Lawrence beat them with his legs. So that's the thing about it. Trevor Lawrence beat them with his legs. We don't have that luxury. We don't have that luxury. Goff can't run. So that's something that they don't have to worry about. But looking at it, you know, Kansas City being able to stop the run, they 21st in run defense right now. So it'd be interesting. And defensively for them, they want to stop the run and force Goff to beat them and blitz Goff because they know he don't have the athleticism to beat the blitz. So I definitely could see Kansas City win this game. It's hard to see Kansas City going down to 2-4. But we'll see. The Lions physical team. This will be a death blow to Kansas City if they lost this game. I think I think you'll start hearing some things. Rashee Rice is probably going to be a pickup when they get him back. I think this would be a death blow for them. But really, everybody else in the division, you know, Chargers coming down. Denver did get a big win. We'll see. But I'm going to say Lions win this game in a classic, 30-31 on a late Jake Bates field goal. But I definitely can see Kansas City win this game. It's hard to see them go to 2-4, but we'll see. But if you going through a tough stretch, the Lions, you get the first one, you know what I'm saying? You get to Tampa, you split them, get 2 wins by Minnesota. I mean, so they going through they gauntlet stretch. So say the Lions get it by 1, but I can see Kansas City winning the game. Check out the Lions prediction playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love, support. Hit the link tree you can find wherever I'm producing content at. Peace.